Hey guys, Mr. T here, just doing a video on future value annuities, which is exercise 7C.1 for Year 10 maths kids in finance. So now we've learned how to use TVM Solver, we can do some realistic scenarios, such as when you're trying to save money for a future need. You're generally going to build it up by making regular payments into an interest earning account. Not like the questions that we've done so far, where you put a giant chunk of money in and then you let it grow over time. What's more realistic for you guys is that you're putting little bits in at a time over a long period of time. So when you have a situation like this, where you're making regular payments and you grow it with compound interest to reach a certain amount, we know this as a future value annuity. So the first kind of annuity we're going to deal with is one where you start with nothing in the bank. You can set up a future value annuity to reach a specific end goal by only making regular payments and without a starting amount. Mathematically, in TVM Solver, this means PV is going to be 0, PMT is going to be negative, FV is going to be positive. Also, because it's a type of investment, you're going to use this interest formula to work out how much interest the bank pays you. So this would be the first opportunity to pause the video. Video pause for notes. But I'll move on for the sake of the video now. So this is an example here. Lewis deposits $600 each year into an account that pays 6% per annum interest compounding annually. What's the value of the account after 15 years? How much interest has been paid to Lewis? So as soon as something says compound interest, from now on in your high school career in South Australia, hit up TVM Solver. And so the one that we have access to currently is the one linked to your day map, TR84, calculator online. Click that link, follow the instructions here, which is click the link to test nav. You have to let it load, it takes a while. Press start twice. After it's loaded, start again, let it load again. And then you select the middle calculator here, which is TI-84. So on the computer, I can move it around, I can zoom in. I'm going to adjust that because I want you to be able to see it while I do the maths. Okay. So how do I access TVM Solver? I hammered you with that last lesson. We'll do that again. Apps, Finance, enter. TVM Solver, enter. This is the default screen. Lewis deposits $600 each year. So that's something important. I'll underline that. Paying 6% per annum interest compounding annually. All that's important too. Find the value of the account after 15 years. So when you answer questions using TVM Solver, get into the habit of just typing out the variables first, because you're going to have to enter those anyway. CY. Leave N to start off with. The easiest thing is always, what is the rate? It's 6%. 6. PV. Does this situation start off with anything? All it says is he's depositing $600 each year, and also the exercise they're doing is annuity starting with nothing, so PV is going to be 0 like we took in the notes above. He's paying $600 each year, so that's what PMT is going to be, but based on our first lesson on TVM Solver, the money is moving away from him. It's going from his pocket into the bank, so it's going to be negative $600. FV, well, the question is asking find the value of the account after 15 years. So FV is what I'm finding. So I'm going to put stars next to that. Second to last step is work out what PY and CY are going to be, because they're always the same at high school in South Australia. Compounding annually. So how many times does a year happen in a year? Once. So we've now established that in this TVM Solver, the units of time are years, because PY and CY are 1, so now we can decide what N is going to be. If the units are in years, we want to know what the value of the account is after 15 years. If the units are in 15 years, N is just going to be 15. So now I can put this into my calculator. 15, 6. PV is nothing, PMT negative 600. 1 and 1. So alpha enter to solve. That tells me there's going to be $13,965.58 to 2 decimal points in the account after 15 years. B, how much interest has been paid to Lewis? You have this formula here. So you just enter the numbers from your TVM solve. Investment equals, it finished off at $13,965.58 minus PV. It didn't start off with a PV, plus the $600 payments 15 times. So interest, investment equals, so if I want to keep using the graphics calculator, I press second mode because you can see quit in blue there, and I can just access the straight math. So $13,965.58 minus 0 plus 600 times 15 in brackets. So that tells me the bank pays $4,965.58 in interest paid to Lewis. So once again, pause the video to get these notes down. But once you have done that, your homework now is exercise 7C.1. Start with nothing, question 1, 3, 5, 8, and 10. And also catch up anything up to this on the timeline you have not done. We are finishing very quickly. There will be a test on you quite quickly, so make sure you've done what I've asked you to practice, okay? Hopefully that helps you out. See you in the next video.